Congratulations to you on the movies. I know we're still a little ways out from reviews and that, but you must be so thrilled with the way it's turned out and like the reactions you've been getting so far.
It's been wonderful showing it to the first couple of audiences that we've got to show it to privately so far. You know, crew and cast. Just getting to watch it with an audience is a real joy. It being both a comedy and also a thriller. Yeah, I think it's a fun one for people to watch together.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I guess the premiere coming up has got to be something to look forward to, I guess. So,
yeah, so exciting, you know. And yeah, hopefully a celebration of the film for the cast as well, a chance to come together. It's, you know, quite a long time ago now that we shot the film. So yeah, we're excited and excited for people to go see it.
Yeah. Is it kind of a sort of... Has the novelty worn off yet that it is actually being released in cinemas, given they were closed for such a long time over the course of the pandemic?
No, that novelty hasn't worn off. Definitely not for me. You know, naturally across the journey of this, you know, the whole process of making this film, you know, there were times where we didn't know whether there were going to be cinemas to go back to, and you know whether it would be better suited on a streaming platform at home. But I'm so delighted that it's debuting exclusively in theatres. Yeah. And, you know, I think it's an ensemble cast and a crime thriller and a comedy. And in many ways, it's the kind of film that we used to make quite a lot of here in the UK, and not so much these days. So it was a real privilege to be able to like bring this cast together and make this film, and I'm really excited for people to now get to see it.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned the cast a few times there, and kind of rightly so, because I mean, it must have just been such a joy going to work every day. Like, does it even feel like work when you're getting to work with people who are like, you know, this talented?
No, it really was a joy. Particularly, you know, seeing Sam and Saoirse build this really funny partnership that's a sort of off-screen partnership between the two actors as they figure out what exactly the relationship should be between these characters, and to see that blossom on camera was just really exciting. And then you get to introduce them to these other characters in the mix, and yeah, it was just really, really enjoyable, and with a cast of people who really invested in making this film as a team and in a collaborative way, and being open to you know, trying new things and experimenting and starting with the script, but always looking to see if there were extra things we could find as we went through the shooting of it. And so it really felt kind of like a company of actors coming together, like as you would have in the theatre, and that felt appropriate given the setting.
Yeah. How is it for you, like now that it is actually kind of finished and out of your hands and about to go out into the world? Because obviously you don't kind of finish shooting and then see the finished cut however many months later. You're working all the way through. So is it kind of weird that it is now kind of done and out of your hands?
It is a little weird, but it's a relief, I would say. Past a certain point, you want to get it finished by a certain point. But it's a relief to have seen it come together in such a satisfying way, in a way that I'm so excited about it. Ultimately, like, we make these things for audiences, right? And it's like, it's all very well honing it in your sort of ivory tower, but you've got to let it out into the wild, and the real buzz is like what the things that people find within it that they find funny or sort of engaging, and you can't always predict that, and that's the real joy of it. So I'm excited to let it fly the coop. Yeah.
And kind of on that note, like, what are you hoping that audiences take from the movie, especially going into it kind of blind, not knowing much about the story?
I would say it's a murder mystery that's also about murder mysteries, and as a result, it's a film for people who are fans of murder mysteries, but it's also for people who wouldn't usually go and see a murder mystery. And I hope it's they'll find that it's something that works both as a thriller and as a comedy, and kind of delivers on those two elements, because that was kind of the heart of the whole process. Was like, how can we create a film that works as a whodunit in its own right, but is also at its core a character comedy driven by these brilliant performances.